What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, I want to make sure that you guys are focusing on the most important thing in Throne and Liberty right now, which is to get your masteries fully leveled up and stack as much Sollant as possible. There's a limited time between now and March 5th where you're going to be gaining extra experience towards your mastery and extra Sollant when you're hunting. Players currently have two consistent buffs in game. The first one is gaining an additional 20% more Sollant for hunting monsters. And then they have a mastery bonus of a 50% gain for all mastery experience from defeating mobs in Abyss dungeons. Now this only works when abyssal tokens are consumed, so if you're out of abyssal tokens, you will not be gaining any mastery experience. On top of that, you're also receiving a 50% increase to training dues from any sources that reward it. So whether you're running co-op dungeons or doing your resistance contracts, you're gaining extra training due from that. So that's great, that's just what you're getting passively right now from the game, but there's a way to boost your mastery experience gain to 140% and your Sollant gain to 110%. And this is all about stacking consumables that give you increases to these bonuses. The first is the 30% cocoa, which gives you a 50% bonus to both Sollant and mastery gain. You're then also going to be able to stack that with the mastery report for an additional 30% to your mastery gain. You can also use the abundance fruit, which is going to give you a 30% increase to your Sollant gain. Most of you may have been using the golden apple pie for your mastery gain. However, this cannot be stacked with the 30% cocoa. So while we have the 30% cocoa chocolate, you're going to want to use that. That recipe, once crafted, only lasts until March 15th. And the cocoa that you use for that recipe also only lasts until March 15th. So don't try to hold on to these resources. On top of that, there's a couple of guild skills that can be used to increase your mastery and your Sollant gain. Both of them are a 10% increase. Stacking all of those buffs together will give you a total of 140% increased mastery gain and 110% increased Sollant gain. You can also stack all of those consumables with your other consumables, so like damage, health, speed, those types of things can be stacked with these Sollant and mastery bonuses. There's no doubt that the mastery experience gain is likely to be the hardest slog you're going to go through in Throne and Liberty. It is very minimal experience that you gain once you start hitting the higher levels. I was testing with my character that's at a level 16 dagger mastery, and looking at the percentage that increased for each kill, it was close to 0.1%. So this is something that's very grindy, and you don't want to give up on those bonuses. That 0.1% was with all of these buffs, so you can imagine how much less it would be if you didn't have those buffs. If you're wondering where to get the cocoa, there's a couple of ways to get it. You can fish with the new bait. Every time you catch a fish with that new bait, it is going to produce cocoa, whether you're fishing at an epic spot or just a regular spot on the map. On top of that, when you do your Amatoy expeditions, they will supply you with cocoa. It's 1 per hour. So if you're sending them on a 1-hour expedition, you're going to get 1. If you're sending them on an 8-hour expedition, you're going to get 8. These are also popping up when you're opening the mystic orbs and portals as well, and you'll get them during your daily check-in. I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. Don't forget to whack the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more content. And if you don't want to be out of whack, there's another video on the screen right now that you can click to support more of my content.